posted some comments on few Pakistan defense Facebook pages to check whether they will reply in positive manner or not. Even if you will appreciate them, they will keep on abusing you, because the hatred will never get vanished in minds of people across both sides. They are already expecting that Indians are abusing or criticizing their actions. Even if 1 in 10 lakh appreciate them, they are already waiting for the reactions in a reverse manner. I appreciated that your country is more clean than India, and the toilets are located or installed or constructed inside houses. There is no need to construct pottery logo flesh superior inferior quality boxes imported from China. Even then, the person started ranting bloody Indian. If I will say mosque demolition group will become extinct, let others live. We should not bear the responsibility for the sins which mosque demolition group have performed. Since they will get reincarnation as cockroaches and insects, even then they will rant against us. Because of the frustration of lesser space which they got after independence from Britishers. That's why I offered them East Pakistan as Bangladesh again, but they denied. They want Kashmir, which is not possible at all. Because the Reiki which they initiated was meant for the king of the world. Even if the endpoints or the Muslims residing in India continued that Reiki, they might have restricted the Reiki. But no one will take risk for others' life. Those who initiated Reiki and the endpoints are liable equivalently. That is why the land area will be accepted as is it basis. Because it was decided prior to my birth on 14th and 15th night, August 1947. They can live or construct buildings under the ground to increase the area. They can live in Patal Lok. They should opt for other Arabic countries and suppress them, govern on them, like Dubai, UAE, Afghanistan, Iran. They should kill their leaders and rule on them. That is the only solution. The king of the world is ready to help them to grab more land from Afghanistan, UAE, Iran, who will bow before them upon my orders. But they have to discard greed for Kashmir, because I have kept options for my later part of the life. I don't possess passport and visa. I have offered you job also. I can get employment from you. Even then, you are such full of hatred that you rejected that also. You are not ready to provide me a job of a normal farmer without salary, just food. You are not ready to provide that much also. It means you are full of arrogance, greed and hatred towards a land where I was born or descended from 21 light years away from Earth, where I live. If these flesh Indians didn't acted against corrupt, that's why I demanded help from you. But you are full of arrogance. Similar to these flesh Indians belonging to Moscow demolition group, there is no difference between their state of mind and your. All of you are Asians. After all, your ancestors lived in a common country. And your blood is so common. Even if the partition created man-made hindrances for movement, but your blood contains sewer water. You will keep on fighting among themselves, but you will never act against corrupt. That's why the whole responsibility is transferred towards my real Lord Allah, who lives 21 light years away from here. Both of you are promoting normal skills of pilots, which is not any achievement under any scientific measurements of skills. NASA provided you opportunities which your astronaut didn't deserve, just because of that woman, that Dhokla woman. their satellite crashed because she couldn't detect the disappearance of foam. She kept on sleeping in her chamber, and the foam was dislocated. She didn't notice for 2 days. And just because of that, their satellite crashed. But you constructed a museum. You destroyed environment just for the sake of manipulation. And keep on promoting that woman also, which she didn't deserve. And the other women who were provided opportunities by a great NASA scientist started bringing dhokla to ISS, and pungent smelling fumes were scattered inside the International Space Station, resulting in vomiting of some highly skilled believers, astronauts from America. Just to promote Moscow demolition group Dandiya culture, she brought dhokla. These Indians didn't spare space also, and they are expecting any positivity from landlocked countries or any neighboring country. Similarly, these flesh Indians are expecting and similarly those flesh Pakistanis are also expecting. Now they are forcing the grieving members of the dead that they tried the best to overcome the stress of grief provided by anonymous betrayers along with army who were bribed. They tried their best, but there are limitations. We can't land on the distant land. We can't take risk. We can't get physical torture. There is a risk for the once. For the once in a lifetime, they have sent a person back. Now, if we will take another risk, it will be difficult for timid, lazy, hidden by the society. Now, what are those grief-stricken members of family thinking? The manipulated thinking which these corrupt betrayers forced them, the conspiracies which forced them to think that their colleagues have performed their best, but there are limitations. These thoughts were inflicted by manipulated mutual agreements from both sides. Now those innocent teenagers or widows of grief-stricken people other option but to think that the colleagues have done their best. They can't risk lives like that. And physical harassment also exists for the ones many people, including all of you, must have ignored the physical harassment part. Now you are continuously thinking of that part, that physical harassment also exists during war time. UN convention has to, it is compulsory to involve UN resolutions, which are lengthy processes and sometimes as a matter of regard or thankfulness or kindness, enemies also go before, but we can't take risk like that. We have to suppress, we have to discourage our army men to become united and move away from the borders so that the land can be sold and more risk can be taken, because all of these flesh Indian Army, Indian Air Force and Navy are getting prostitutes easily through the colleagues, through the classmates, like Gaurav Bidane is getting prostitutes. It is a possibility. That's why he is not ready to delete a prostitute utilizer, Balram Garg, and the surrounding people, the army colleagues who live here, claims that about 900 to 1000 CRPF men works under Gaurav Bidani. He is a commander of them. It is possible that just because of prostitution, he was close to a Balram Garg, a prostitute utilizer, might have been engaged in providing prostitutes. Why will these people fight a war against terrorism? They are not ready to fight a war. They provide enough time to the enemy to provide information so that the information can be utilized to the viewers. The wrong information about the base camps also. If any of a normal person living in any part of the world get information about natural calamities within half an hour, 100% of those people are saved. Not even a single instance exists. Even the horse owners of a stable who possessed about many horses ran away from all the horses during the floods. He got information just 10 minutes prior to floods reaching his stable. He has to break all the fences and he ran. You must have seen that viral video. Even within 10 minutes he ran away from the place and he was saved. 10 minutes are enough. How it is possible that terrorists were waiting for 12 days? When terrorists know that they will be attacked, they are not aware of drones, they are not aware of the past about instances, they are foolish. The worst genes of the world can run away within 30 minutes. But they were waiting for enemies to destroy the camp. It is possible to believe for mass hysteria stricken, the flesh potty logo stricken, the flesh mosque demolition group, manipulated patriotism by dog or fake Shiva, who treat himself as Lord Shiva, invited by ISKCON temple also. That is also a mutual agreement between these countries and leaders of these flesh countries known as India and Pakistan. And the cult Baba ranted impotence about Imran Khan. who readily accepted those words, who don't have that much army to act against any foolish cult Baba, who don't have that much resources, who used to digest everything from any person just because of a mutual agreement. Between these fleshes, they used to digest everything. He didn't even react it. How it is possible? Even if he has a slight self-respect, he didn't react it against Cult Baba. Obviously, his country is also getting spurious quality adulterated products. If he will act against them, all the conspiracies will be exposed or not. The potty logo conspiracies, the bribe conspiracies through which bones of poor children are used by crushing inside Haridwar Patanjali ashram, where many girls exposed his sins in front of me also, that he used to kill innocent children, crush their bones and prepare drugs. Even teenage girls, like school girls, were captured inside the mansion for 30 days because they came to know about the activities of a cult Baba supported by mosque demolition group. And how it is possible that Imran Khan will respond to the impotency comment? He will not respond because he is getting bribe through the departmental stores of Pakistan also. He will not respond. He will say, okay, you have told impotence and there is no problem for Imran Khan. There is no problem for Musharraf. There is no problem for Nawaz Sharif to accept any kind of comments from cult Babas. But they will keep on utilizing the respective armies and keep on acting in such a way that both armies will not get united against these flesh leaders. And that manipulation is the prime concern of every leader. To manipulate quarreling disputes in such a way through paid media so that maximum resources are diverted towards emanations and least concern towards employment, so that their own dishonest siblings have excuses during later part of their lives for lesser performances in various competitive examinations. And those excuses will keep them alive, keep them motivated, keep them working towards their respective nations, and they will utilize each and every student, each and every youngster living on both sides of the border. They will keep on utilizing, they will brainwash them, and they will not allow them to grow, because if they will grow in positive manner, they will definitely demand progress or promotion in jobs. And when they will not demand, they will utilize the genetic political power for own siblings their society will grow, their social life will improve at the cost of youngsters who don't have link with powerful political leaders. And they will marry multiple times, even they oppose the court to provide resolution in favor of multiple marriages or adultery verdict. Since 2 into 100 plus 586 is equal to 786, and 100 is pronounced as so or sleep, and when you sleep twice or with two different partners of opposite gender, it means you have performed adultery verdict. And if you will add those numbers to 586, the mark of the real Lord Kartikeya Ram Kokavan, who is interacting with you, then a different number of Allah will appear. And even then Allah will support you, because it is a different kind of secularism. It is an impure form of secularism, a manipulated secularism initiated by Moscow demolition group, which can't be authenticated as a political party till extinction of Earth 1. These facts can be exposed by those persons only who have rejected any career after sensing it from inside. After knowing the manipulations, the sequential actions, sequential words, which ultimately favor their own family only. Even if I1 below don't possess eligibility, even then those people are willing to appoint her as UN spokesperson for America after providing immense cosmetics business, because they want the empire to expand through own genes. What is Cohen doing? Cohen is negatively promoting Trump. He knows that all the flesh Americans are against action taken against prostitution. They have readily accepted prostitution. They don't have any botheration about multiple partners. When they will know that a person is so much devoted towards Stormy Daniels, they will definitely abuse that Cohen. And when they will abuse, they will utilize hashtags like Trump go back, Trump come back, Trump is right, Trump is good, Trump is dead, Trump is dead, Trump is dead. Stormy is good, Stormy is beloved. And those hashtags will also promote GOP. Ultimately, the voter used to check how many retweets, hashtags a person is getting. Even if Trump eats pottery as a source for frog meat, it will be promoted and he will get immense media attention also. The English vocabulary of Trump is not up to an international mark of excellence, similar to Virgin Atlantic also. He don't use proper grammar and he don't know how to initiate any sentence. He don't even know prepositions. But even then his retweets get more than 1400. He used to get 1400, 2000 retweets in 1 minute. And Imran Khan used to get about 200 comments in 2 minutes. Even if they write shit. But I will keep on ranting throughout the day. Keep on providing you information throughout the day. I will not get a single hurt. People will not even touch the screen because they hate Asians. They are full of hatred. They want nuclear button in their hands. These Asians think that population explosion can be compensated by nuclear warfare. They think that people living on the footpaths after completion of war don't excrete semens on vaginas of flesh Indians and Pakistanis, which will not create more population explosion. Like cockroaches and insects. That's why they used to rant nonsense against each other through paid media also. Because they think that it is possible through retweets and hashtags to reach higher authorities of colonels who will press the nuclear button and they will enjoy the war, resulting in more environment, better oxygen, better air for few decades, and then again the population will grow slowly. Then they will tackle it again after a few centuries. These flesh paid media think like that. That's why they keep on ranting against each other, so that at any cost they will utilize the nuclear. And some scientists or some arrogant colonels think that it is very essential to consume the radioactive material in few decades, otherwise there are heaps of radioactive material easily available for each country, which can be loaded into nuclear weapons. And now it is the time to spend those. It is the right time. Because human beings are prepared to settle on Mars by 2022, and Mars has much more space than Earth. So after migrating towards Mars, all the scientists will be concerned for its development, and then the nuclear will not grow, will not get more developed. By that time, more and more radioactive items, radioactive material will start growing, and then humans will not be able to cope with the hazardous metals and radioactivity also. Then you will become late. It is only 2 or 3 days. These flash mosque demolition group have spreaded that mass hysteria through pottery logo and Mars mission robots or rovers imported from America, which were governed by the Microsoft softwares installed in Intel computers. Only the copper wires are produced by old age persons like Papa, where many employees died after starving when corrupt mosque demolition forced India's first environment-friendly bathroom fittings manufacturing company. Who had that much self-respect and didn't demand a job from any other company? Who were still polluting? Even now those companies are polluting. Those copper wires are also straightened inside roller machines which are operated by starters containing condensers, capacitors imported from China only. Otherwise they can't run. You can't connect power cables directly to them. You can't lay wires connected with them. You have to utilize electronics circuits which are imported from China only. Asians can't even manufacture capacitors. Asians can't even manufacture resistances indigenously. But they are claiming Mars rovers. Which God will support them? They will keep on fighting against each other and demolish themselves, destroy themselves forever. Living in any part of the world, Asians are a burden and weight to the world, including me also. But arrogant girls will keep on preferring easy visa. Visa owning people, even if they had performed immense sins, theft activities, prostitution, it doesn't bother for them. And the paid media have exaggerated it. Paid media is ready to provide more authority to girls who are preferring visa people. Because ultimately, even if you are patriotic citizens or not, you have to lose the battle just because you are concerned of these activities, even when you are not working in Army, Air Force, Navy. But you paid attention, it means you are guilty. It means you don't have that much concern for time. It means you don't have enough self-respect because you didn't possess that much talent also. And that is a secondary issue if people are getting those visa and passport after bribing, or even if you have utilized your ancestors' properties to buy homes. Some people used to manipulate lives also in such a way that the whole society will think that your migration, that you are accepting visa was the last alternative, and you can't leave your family starving like that, even if you were expecting everything or not.